Hello, good morning, afternoon, or evening from wherever you are around the world. Okay, welcome to another episode on the road to success. I am successful too, and on this channel we talk about all things entrepreneurship. Alright guys, so I am back with another video today. Welcome. I apologize, y'all. I've been pursuing my business aggressively, relentlessly, but meanwhile distractions has been trying to creep in, so I've had to knock those distractions out accordingly. So here we are. I'm back. Okay, I can't guarantee I'll be back every day, but I am back with another amazing topic for you all. So guys, today we're talking about bouncing back and how I deal with setbacks in my business. Now, since starting the new business venture, I don't want to say I've had setbacks, but I've had disappointments and things and opportunities that's falling through. But I don't know if I want to necessarily call it a setback, or maybe I could. But in today's video, I do just kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit about my experiences and strategies for overcoming setbacks in previous business ventures that I, seeked out on. So just to kind of start out with a setback number one. My first love, y'all, has always been health and fitness. I've been into health and fitness since I was a little girl, truth be told. I remember being in the 5th grade and working out, y'all. So when I became an adult, I kind of got, I became a little bit more bold, and I said, you know what? I'm going to put myself out there, and I want to start a fitness business. So my fitness business is called Fit Thick with Purple 6. I also have a YouTube channel as well with that, an Instagram. If you guys, followed me, awesome. But if you didn't, boom, follow me. You know why I say that? Because I actually have plans to get back into it. But let's just talk about this, y'all. So anyways, I had a fitness business. The reason why I want to say there was a setback, guys, is because with that particular business, I wasn't consistent. I pretty much let comparison and fear, rejection discourage me. I went and got certified as a personal trainer, so I invested into the certification. Man, I even took a lot of time, I would say, a lot of time out in building that particular platform. But because when I got out there and started applying for personal trainer jobs, and I, found myself being rejected on each job, I started to feel like I wasn't good enough. I wasn't in shape enough. I wasn't knowledgeable enough. And again, it did discourage me. Not only that, I was following other influencers on Instagram, and I was literally doing the same layout that they were doing on my particular page, and I wasn't experiencing the same success. So again, with that, on top of being denied from multiple personal training jobs, I decided to stop and quit. I still worked out, but I didn't pursue the business anymore. Not to mention I got discouraged because the YouTube channel wasn't growing, etc., etc. So I let time go by, and my certification expired. And here I was. I did nothing with it because of me being insecure. What I learned from that, y'all, if I know what I know now, I should have immersed myself in that. And instead of stopping, I should have just implemented strategy. That's what I should have did. Like I said, I let it get to me. I quit. But now, I'm back with a complete new mindset. I understand not only strategy, but consistency a lot more, y'all. Because when I think about it, I was very consistent. I really was. But I had certain ways in me where I would take a break and stop because I felt discouraged versus being persistent and being confident. That was over 3 years ago, y'all. So I only imagine, like, if I would have just kept going and I would have just, stayed confident in my abilities, where I could have gone with that, because I'm very knowledgeable in that particular field. I really am. But again, I let the ways of the world discourage me. And essentially, it became a setback financially because it, cost me a good amount, for that particular certification. The next thing I want to talk about is this. Oh, one more thing with that, guys. So, I do want to let you know what I did get out of the experience. I did get a new insight and confidence from it. And the reason why is because I was proud of the fact that I did at least try. I made that effort versus not doing anything at all. Like they said, I felt like I failed forward. It's best to have tried something than to not have tried it at all. Because now with the second go around, I feel so much more confident and I know what to do differently this time. So let's just talk about maybe another setback. And this one I kind of just wanted to speak more so from a standpoint of dealing with, in your case, maybe a difficult client or customer. Now, for me, it wasn't necessarily a difficult client, but it was a client that I didn't have boundaries with. The reason why I would say it's a setback, because I invested a lot of time into this particular client. There was a lot of things that I could have been doing at the time to bring in income, but because I was doing things for free for this particular client, I lost out on a lot of time and money for people who were willing to pay. So the reason why this client kind of got away with what he did is because when I first started working with this client, this is when I literally had first started my business. And I'm talking about my current business right now. I didn't know what I was doing. I barely knew anything. So I said, you know what? Let me just help him out for free. That's going to allow me to gain the experience and the knowledge, but take some of the pressure off. Well, y'all, that free thing turned into a whole entire year of me helping with stuff with no pay or anything. And it got to the point where it was hard for me to ask for anything financially from this client, because I felt like, oh, well, I started out helping this person and they stuck beside me. And again, I just had the excitement of, oh, I got my first client. But again, I didn't have any boundaries, and I essentially found myself overextending myself and not getting compensated for my worth. What I did, y'all, of course, a year later, I eventually did decide to start having boundaries and just started not feeling guilty about charging someone, because essentially this is my time. This is my time. So what if I may have messed up on something? You could very well go elsewhere, but I just want to say, don't do it. Please do not waste over a year giving a client something for free, because what's going to happen is they're going to let you. Please believe they are not going to offer any type of money. They're going to let you do things for free for them. And that's where I messed up. What I learned from that is just have confidence. If you don't, fake it until you make it, because you're the expert. You're the one who took the time out to study this topic. This is a business you decided to go into. Honestly, a lot of times they don't even know what you're supposed to be telling them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they came to you. So again, just remember that, and I understand that now. Eventually, again, I did have to, come to that person like, hey, it's going to be this amount moving forward, because I've poured enough into you where, hey, now I can no longer overstand myself. And the person understood. So really, it was all in my head. So let's just talk about this, guys. Let's just talk about overcoming self-doubt and imposter syndrome, because that's something I know a lot of us go through. I went through that for a long time. I personally went through that years ago, where I would go into analysis paralysis. I would research everything, and I knew everything about this particular thing I want to do, but had nothing to show for it except for the things I knew in my brain. And that was AKA imposter syndrome, feeling like, okay, I'm educated, I know enough, but I'm not good enough. And that was just insecurity, me not being confident. But the way I kind of got out of that, guys, is, as I always preach on this channel, I did seek out for accountability. I got into community. When I did that, it forced me out of comfort zone. I was doing things I absolutely wanted to throw up. Like, I wanted to throw up. I'm talking about speaking in front of people, just posting on social media. Like, it was so scary for me. But the more I kept doing it, and the more I had a coach forcing me to do it, it became second nature, and it didn't feel so scary anymore. To the point where I started to do these things on my own without my coach. So really, it's like a muscle that you just have to continuously work out, guys. So I'm gonna say, if you are battling with self-doubt, imposter syndrome, please get your coach, accountability partner, and have them make you step out of comfort zone and challenge you and actually do the things. Do not quit. And it actually helped me build my confidence, because when I finally did get out there, people loved it. People was telling me how they looked up to me, and they was like, oh my gosh, like, how is it that you're so confident and this and that? And I just couldn't believe it. But I wouldn't have known that until I got into community and got a coach and a mentor.
My channel, The Road to Success.
So, guys, I do want to let you know.
I want to apologize for being gone for so long, guys.
Whenever you have setbacks, and you will as an entrepreneur,
every day.
You are, period.
But when I tell you,
but I do want to discuss the importance of mindset, because that is another key that helped me. I literally had to reframe my mindset
in a good way.
I had to look at failures as actual opportunities versus, nothing goes right for me.
Here I am.
I had to have a morning routine. I exercise. I meditate. I pray. I read scripture.
Some blood, sweat, and tears put in.
I use productivity apps. I set a daily routine. I had to do all of these things to stay on point.
No joke. So I do need to put that.
So guys, what I would like for you to do is just share your own stories. And tell me, what have you done to overcome setbacks? There was some strategies that you could kind of teach the rest of us. Maybe there's something that I may have left out that I can implement into my routine. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And if you would, I would love it if you would just subscribe to the channel. And also, hit that notification bell and leave a comment. All right, guys, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.